I didn't want to just be a bodybuilding champion. I wanted to be the best bodybuilder of all times. Dig deep down and ask yourselves, who do you want to be? Not what, but who. I'm talking about figuring out for yourselves what makes you happy. You have to think outside the box. That's what I believe. After all, what is the point of being on this earth if all you want to do is be liked by everyone and avoid trouble? We have so many rules in life about everything. I say break the rules, not the law, but break the rules. I remember that after I was finished with my bodybuilding career, I wanted to get into acting. I wanted to be a star in films. Everyone had the same line that it can't be done. Just look at your body. You have this huge, monstrous body, overly developed, that doesn't fit into the movies. But, I didn't listen to all this. These were their rules. I was convinced I could do it. And then I got a big break in Conan the Barbarian. Trust yourself no matter what anyone else thinks. And there the director said if we wouldn't have Schwarzenegger, we would have to build one. Then when I did Terminator, I'll be back. One of the most famous lines in the movie history, all because of my crazy accent. It just shows you never listen that you can't do something. Don't be afraid to fail. Anything I've ever attempted, I was always willing to fail. Don't be afraid of making decisions. You can't be paralyzed by fear of failure, or you will never push yourself. You keep pushing because you believe in yourself and in your vision. And you know that it's the right thing to do. Success will come, so don't be afraid to fail. I mean, how many times have you heard that you can't do this and you can't do that and it's never been done before? So pay no attention to the people that say it can't be done. If I would have listened to the naysayers, I would still be in the Austrian Alps yodeling. I would never have come to America. I always listen to myself and said, yes, you can. You never want to fail because you didn't work hard enough. Work your butt off. I always believed leaving no stone unturned. No pain, no gain. When you're out there partying, horsing around, someone out there at the same time is working hard. Someone is getting smarter and someone is winning. Just remember that. You can't climb the ladder of success with your hands in the pocket.
I was born into a year of famine. It was 1947 and Austria was occupied by the Allied armies. I became absolutely convinced that I was special and meant for bigger things. Do you know what you want to be? My parents would say. You want to be a mechanic? How about a furniture maker? How about a carpenter?
But something else burned inside me. Something burned inside me. I wanted to be different. I was determined to be unique. I want to be a bodybuilding champion.
Somehow, the thought took shape in my mind that America was where I belonged. Waiting at the bus stop, I told a girl who was a couple of years older, I'm going to go to America. And she just looked at me kind of weird and said, yeah, sure, Arnold.
said to myself, okay, Arnold, here's the goal, and whatever it takes to get there, I will do. Because it is so important to know exactly what you want to accomplish and what you want to do.
Ask yourselves, who do you want to be? Figuring out for yourselves what makes you happy.
Ever a Californian at heart, you are a warrior for the Golden State, a tireless leader in seeking to protect the environment, advance scientific discovery, and to bring people together for the common good. Mission, discipline, and fortitude.
What is the point of being on this earth if all you want to do is be liked by everyone and avoid trouble?
Let me tell you, if someone told me that something is impossible, I would go out and do it. That's just the way I always was. I was told to my face, you're nothing but a giant muscle.
I fought back my fear mainly because I had to prove that I was stronger, that I was better. The discipline rubbed off on me, and I turned it into drive.
Anything and everything can be done if you can visualize it and if you believe in yourself.
This is what puts you over the top. It is the mind that really creates the body. It's the mind that makes you really work out the 4 or 5 hours a day. It is the mind that visualizes of what the body ought to look like as the finished product. I would always ask people, why do you want to be a champion? Or what do you want to accomplish? Why are you training? And they will, if a guy would get up and he would say, well, I want to train because I think that if I get muscular and I feel like I'm getting the kind of definition, then I maybe can enter a bodybuilding competition. I said, sit down. I said, if you think this way, you're going to be a loser. You're never going to make it because there's no mating. You got to get up and say, I want to be a champion. And I do whatever it takes. The amount of hours it takes, the posing, the this, the that, the visualization, looking at training footage, looking at motivational books, reading this, reading, whatever it takes, I would do. That's the answer I want to hear from you. You can detect right away those that are going to be shaky and that will fall behind and they will not go all the way, and those that are very hungry. And that hunger you have to develop because you have to create a goal for yourself, whatever that may be, a short-term goal and a long-term goal, and you got to go after that. And if you do not see it, and if you do not believe it, who else will? The body is very important, but the mind is more important than the body. We have to visualize what that body ought to look like in order to make it win, because that's what creates then the will that you need to go to the gym every day, the will that makes you go into the 4 steps, the will that makes you go beyond and you do your 500-pound reps in the squats and you can't do another rep and your body is shaking. It's the will that makes you go one more time down and struggle up one more time. And so it's all of this, so the mental aspect that motivates you and that makes the difference between you being in the gym full of joy and looking forward to doing that extra rep and looking forward to doing those extra 100 reps in the sit-ups and working past the pain periods. That all is the mind. That's not the body. So this is why I think the body is very important, but the mind is more important than the body.